Hi, and welcome to Date 8 Dating Agency, where we do everything to find the right match or maybe even matches for you. How can I help you today? Okay, great. Have you ever done this before? Oh no, that's fine. I would just ask you about your experience with matchmaking if you had. Would you like me to tell you how we operate? Alright, so the first step in finding your perfect match is writing down your general info. That's things like your name, your age, or your height. After that, we're going to go through a basic list of 25 questions. Everyone in our database has to answer these. You can always answer more, of course. Additional answers make it easier to match you with a potential partner. Just let me know if that's something of interest for you, and I'll tell you a few categories you can choose from. We would have you fill out those forms out at home and send them to us. No, no, you wouldn't have to give an answer to every single additional question. You can choose which one you would like to answer, and you can always answer more at a later date. Don't worry. The next step would be a small photo shoot, so we can add professional photos to your profile. Photos are very important as they are the first thing someone looking at your profile sees. You can't redo a first impression, so it's important you look your best. We would ask you to bring a few outfits like 1 to 4 clothes you feel comfortable in, outfits one would see you in when meeting you outside, and an outfit you would wear to a date. There'll be a few appointments with our head psychologist. They are going to go through your dating history with you and talk to you about what may have gone wrong in the past, so we can work on those things before you meet a new potential partner. After that, we'll go through our database and look for matches. The system gives us a compatibility rate. You get to tell us the rate you want to at least have to consider meeting someone. It's always give or take 5%. So if you said you want at least 80% match, you would also get 75% matches unless you say that anything under 80% is a hard no. We'll show your profile to the people you matched with and show you those profiles too. You mark those with yes, maybe, and no. A no from one of the parties obviously doesn't lead to anything. A maybe means we'll talk to the party or parties once the other one has made their decision and ask them if they are willing to meet. A yes from both parties leads to us setting up a date that's best suitable for the both of you. The date will be here at our headquarters as it's nice and neutral. We have a few settings to choose from, so you could meet for dinner, drinks, or even just casual talking over tea or coffee. Don't worry, there'll be enough time to go through dating etiquette, what to wear, and other things beforehand. We're not throwing you out there without giving you some tips and tricks. After your first date, you'll be asked if you want to meet the other person again. If any of you say no, there'll be feedback on what went wrong and could be or would have to be improved. If both of you say yes to the second date, we'll give you each other's contact info so you can stay connected and plan your next adventure together. If you need any help to figuring out what to do, where to go, or have any other questions, we're always only one call away. Please let us know if you changed your mind, found someone outside of our database, or entered a relationship with one of the matches we found for you. You can decide whether you want us to keep your profile but deactivate it for a certain amount of time or until you tell us to reactivate it. And of course, we can always delete all data we have about you if that's what you prefer. Would you like to set up your profile and answer the questions now? Great. Let's start with the basics. What's your name? Okay. What do you identify as, or what's your gender? When's your birthday? Okay. How tall are you? How would you describe your body type? Okay. What's your hair color? So, I mean your natural one. Okay. And your eye color? Okay, I see. What's your ethnicity? And your religion? What's your sexual orientation? What languages do you speak? Okay. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you take any drugs? Okay. What about kids? Do you have or want any? Okay. Do you have pets? Are you a cat or dog person? Okay. Do you have a job? Okay. Now on to the 25 questions every person in our database has to answer. That helps us to find the perfect match for you. What is your idea of a night out? Theater or opera visit? Romantic dinner for two? Karaoke at the local pub? Drinks and clubbing? Or watching a football game? Okay. Which of these would be your ideal holiday? Activity based like skiing, luxury hotel in New York, exploring the Far East, lying on the beach in the sun, or a cottage in the country? Okay. How would you describe your character? Shy and reserved, expressive, open and chatty, humorous but hiding feelings, uncomplicated and easygoing. Hmm. Okay. What are the most important characteristics in a partner? Good looks and style, loyal, kind and trustworthy, sense of fun, love of life, dynamic and successful, passionate and adventurous. Yeah, think about it. It's hard. Yeah, you only can choose one. Okay, so how important is it for you to make physical contact when showing affection to someone? Very important, somewhat important, or not important? Okay. If you inadvertently found a phone number in a partner's pocket, which would you do? Call the number to see who's it? Openly ask what or who the number is for? Nothing, I would trust my partner? Nothing, my partner's privacy should be respected. Okay. What kind of fidelity, which means being faithful, is more important to you? Physical, sexual, mental, emotional? Neither is important. Both are equally important. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, good. Question 8. Your significant other's ex is coming into town and he or she wants to go out to dinner with them alone. How would you react? Sure, no problem. Not thrilled, but go ahead. Or definitely no. Okay. How would you feel about falling in love? I love it and want it very much. I try to avoid it. I like to just let it happen. Or I'm indifferent, not sure. Hmm. Okay. Do you Google someone before a first date? Yes. Knowledge is power. Or no? Why spoil the mystery? Okay. Question 11. How much affection can you tolerate? Infinite? Most of it? A little bit? Get off me. Okay. Number 12. Is it a requirement that you communicate with your significant other daily in some way, like phone, email, in person, etc.? Yes, no matter what. Yes, unless otherwise specified. No, it's not necessary. No, I would prefer not to communicate daily. Okay. Next question. Which of these options most closely describes what you're looking for in your next relationship? So, someone to come home to, someone to go out with, or someone for tonight? Okay. Do you like to cuddle? Yes. no, or sometimes it depends. Okay. If you had to name your greatest motivation in life thus far, what would it be? Love, wealth, expression, or knowledge? Okay. How do you feel about kids? Kids are precious. They love me and I love them. They are okay, but keep the unruly ones at bay. God, how revolting. I'm indifferent. Okay. If you were to die, would whoever goes through your personal belongings be shocked by what they find? Yes? No? Maybe a little bit. Okay. How often are you open with your feelings? Always? Usually? Rarely? Or never? Okay. Do you keep a budget? Of course, of your finance? Yes? No? Sometimes. Okay. How often do you keep your promises? My word is my bond, no exceptions. Whenever possible. Usually, when convenient. Okay, that's good. Question 21. Almost done. Do you space out or daydream a lot? All the time? Never? Or rarely? Or sometimes? Okay. Do you enjoy finding out what makes things work the way they do? I'm an information sponge. Sometimes. Or as long as it works, who cares why? Okay. If you don't do anything at all for an entire day, how does that make you feel? Good or bad? Okay. Which of these is likely to make you more nervous? A promising first date or an important interview? That's good. Perfect. So now the last question. What is your quest? To find true love? To find happiness? To find your fortune? Or to find the grail? Okay, great. So we're done with the questions for now. Whew, that's it. We're done. Do you feel confident with the answers you've given, or do you want to change something? All right, great. Well, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're now going to enter them into our database and find suitable matches for you once your profile is finished. Please allow us about a week after we've done. We'll contact you and to make an appointment once the list with your matches is ready. Do you have any questions? Okay, please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any further questions or if there is anything we can help you with. It was so nice to meet you today. Don't forget to set up your first appointment with our psychologist on your way out. See you soon.